Hi everyone, I'm Tally, this is Farrell, and we're bored of it. And today we're coming to you with a review of a murder mystery game. It is by Hidden Games, and the particular case scenario is called The Midnight Crown. This game was sent to us for review by the publisher, and it's for 1 to 6 players.
Yeah. So that's what it says on the box. So I think, to be honest, the general review of this is quite easy. So it's, I think, a very decent, very good murder mystery type game. Mm-hmm. It's very straightforward. It's exactly what you expect. You're mostly looking through documents for clues, and you're going to also do a bit of extra stuff. Like there's a few hidden twists, like tracking a suspect across the map, mm-hmm. and kind of like hacking into websites, a few things like that. There's some digital implementation where they've created websites kind of for the game that you'll then go to find clues. Mm-hmm. So it does shake it up a bit, but generally it's exactly what you'd expect from this kind of murder mystery kit. You have crime, you have 4 questions to solve, I believe, mm-hmm. and you solve them. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, I had some fun with this. So I really do like when you first get it out of the package and you start rifling through the documents, basically, because there's no guidance, let's say, from the beginning, right? There's just a bunch of documents and then everyone can just start grabbing and looking through. So that's always a fun part. And personally, I do like kind of little twists with digital implementation. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a nice twist on this sort of thing, because it's mostly document based, but then you have to try and figure out when you do need to go online, basically, and do some online research. So it's also a nice little puzzle to try and spot the things within the documents as to what you should do next to try and get a clue, basically. So even the digital implementation part is fun, but I thought that was pretty well done as well in terms of production value. So maybe you want to jump in on these initial parts, and then maybe we can talk about the story itself.
Yeah, I
without
just think
the spoilers, of course.
Yeah, I think the story is fine. It's exactly what you'd expect, kind of like art museum theft, very classic. I think this is a thing. So what I would say about probably this game, and then I guess this series of games, as it's kind of a series of murder mysteries, I think they're all the same but different, is that if you are someone who does a lot of these, I think it'll be too basic for you.
Yes.
But if you want to get it as a gift, if you want to try it out, if you want to do it with your family or non-gamers or as some sort of kind of activity, then I think it's absolutely perfect. I think it kind of has the right beginner level that there was no rough dead ends, there was no annoyance, there was no confusion. It was all kind of on rails is not what I mean, but it was a very smooth ride to the conclusion. You solve puzzles, you figure it out, you feel good. It wasn't
anything that was potentially ambiguous.
Exactly.
Right? It was, once you put the pieces together, I think it was easy enough to solve the questions, basically, without too much brain power that there could be ambiguity or trying to solve a very complex puzzle.
Exactly. So I think it would be perfect in that kind of scenario. Yeah, gift, family. I think if you've done a lot of these, you will blast through it. I mean, we've only done a handful and a handful of escape rooms.
Yeah.
And I think we nailed this in an hour, 15 minutes kind of thing. And it says it will take an hour and a half to 2 hours and a half.
Yeah.
And I think kind of going on to that, I think the flip side of this, that it being for that type of person, is that if you've done a lot, I think it's fairly generic in this sense, because I think it doesn't push the boat out in any particular way. If we reference other murder mysteries we've reviewed on this channel, so we had Murder on the Moon, which was a 3-act murder mystery box. And I think both with the theme and in the way it tried a lot of different things, it was quite unique.
It's almost borderline, a bit exit game-ish. There was a lot of tactile things in that, right?
I think it threw a lot at the wall and not all of it stuck, and it had some problems, but it was very innovative in what it was trying, at least. And then we also had Murder in Prague, which was very similar to this, except they kind of had like character actors and a lot of video, and it's very kitschy
it's very
and
like
funny.
high production.
Yeah, exactly. And I think having the video element really made it stand out from a kind of normal. So I think that's the only thing here. It is kind of very base
Fairly standard.
murder mystery.
Yeah, exactly. But that said, we had fun solving it. It was
really nice. It was a really
interesting
nice
enough.
evening to figure it out.
And maybe this is just personal preference because, like we said, it can go 1 to 6, and maybe it is something fun to do if you have family around. But for me, I just prefer to do these things with less people, I think.
I 100% agree.
Because the more you have, there's only a certain amount of documents that you can look through. So even with 2 people, you might be looking through these things, I'm looking through those things. But there wouldn't be so much to do.
Yeah.
The more people you have, the less there is to do, right? And the less you can feel that you contributed to it.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, that it is just like documents. There's nothing that you're particularly solving. It's not like puzzles or something like this within here. So once you've read it through, it's just about connecting things together. So you're just kind of passing papers around. So I imagine with more people, it just gets a little bit less and diluted.
Then I think the last thing maybe is just that we had one issue where it appears that there's kind of different localizations of this game. So there's different versions depending on what region or country you're in. And for some reason, and I don't really know if it's our fault or wasn't our fault, but it kind of, even if it was, I think that's a bit of a problem because we didn't know.
Yes.
That basically is quite clever because you kind of set up your phone and then it gives you a call after a certain amount of time to move the story along, give you new information and clues. But we got this call and it was like, hey, this guy's going on the run, like you've got to catch him. And we had no idea who this guy was. We'd never heard of him. And then there was times where I was like, why are they mispronouncing the detective's name? And then it was only when we went to put the answers in and none of the options were the same as any of the characters in our game, we realized.
Yeah.
And it was weird because it seemed like some voice notes were set to a different region and some weren't.
Yes.
And it was just a bit, I think it could very easily, if you're just throw people off basically, I think, and really confuse them.
Yeah.
So that was the only one issue and thing I'd say be aware of, because it could, if you go to answer the questions and none of the people are people you've heard of, it can really be like a bit, wow.
Yeah, I think some of the first names were the same, but then the last names were not. So I'm like, did I mishear it the first time?
Yeah.
So,
It was really confusing. But so that is our quick review of the Midnight Crown by Hidden Games. Really nice little kind of Sunday evening activity.
Yes, exactly.
Recommend it, but definitely it's for the more lighter, beginnery area of murder mystery.
Exactly.
So we hope this was helpful. We appreciate you watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.